Give it to me like. Give it to me like.
Hey guys, this is going to be a quick one. I apologize for going live last second. I know I gave nobody notice, but I'm hearing, so I just got back home and I'm hearing some things that I really need to clear up or want to clear up. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm not going to look at chat yet because I want to be able to get out everything I want to say. First thing I want to say is I think people mistook what I was saying last night, and I really need to straighten that out. I wasn't going after Brittany for being high per se. If she wants to do drugs, that's on her. If she's not on drugs and she's tired and doesn't get enough sleep, that's all on her. That has nothing to do with me or my point last night. My point last night was about judgment. And somehow that got lost in translation. Totally my fault, obviously. But that's what my point was. My point wasn't, I mean, there's a lot of creators on here that are high every time they hit that live button, whether they're stoned, drunk, someone that gets stoned should not be calling out somebody who they think maybe on pills or maybe she was stoned, who knows? So I find it funny that people that are getting high are calling out other people getting high. Like, really? I thought that was funny. But that wasn't my point at all. My point was the judgmental, that she sat there judging me. And, like I said, I looked at her like, and not like a friend, but someone that I was becoming friends with, you know what I mean? And for her to judge me like that, I was like, ew. But I hadn't really watched her again or thought anything about her, but it was just the judgmental part that I was calling out. She could have been tired, she could have been on high, she could have been, I don't know, she could have been anything. But the second people judge you when they don't know the whole story, it's funny too, like the whole point I was trying to make last night was proven. People don't want people judging her for being on drugs, but it's okay for them to judge other people. That was my point. And I think because I was kind of heated last night, my point didn't really come across the way that it should have. So that's what I'm doing today. I want everyone to understand again. I'm like, when I went after Cam and Allie, and I was the first to call them out, and I'm glad I did. I'm not going to lie to you. Now I hear they're sober and they got their shit together, hopefully. But that was me calling out somebody on drugs because it was triggering to other people. That was a different story. I wasn't calling them out because they judge people or anything like that. I was calling them out because people were coming to me stating how triggered they were watching them knowing they were getting high. So I watched the video. I was like, oh my God, this is no joke. They really are getting fucking high on screen. That was a totally different scenario than what happened last night. I just see so much judgment based on and hypocrisy based on people liking someone or not liking someone. And then all of a sudden, there's tons of bullshit. Because again, someone that gets high on screen, whether it be pot, whether it be alcohol, whether it be pills, fuck, whether it be cocaine or dope, dope meaning heroin, who cares? It's all the same. I'm not saying it's all the same drug, but it's all the same addiction. If you have to be high just to go live, then you're no better than the someone shooting dope down the road. I mean, it's just the way it is. And I've heard many creators high as kites, whether it be pot, alcohol, whatever, it doesn't matter. You know, people have this misconception, especially my generation, has this misconception that alcohol is better than pot or pot's better than cocaine. Only physically. But alcohol is way worse than cocaine. Why? I'll tell you why. Because alcohol, you can die if you don't get enough of it. Nobody's dying from not getting enough cocaine. You're not going into a cocaine comatose where your body is having physical withdrawals. No, that's an alcohol thing. So alcohol is technically worse than cocaine. And people don't realize that. People don't, oh my God, you're on cocaine? Well, you know what? I'd rather be on cocaine than alcohol because I can stop cocaine. You can't just stop alcohol. You can die, you know, if you're that into your addiction. So when I hear, like I said, when I hear people judging other people, especially people that are getting high, it's like, really? Are you fucking kidding me? The same way Brittany judged me without even knowing the circumstances or without knowing the history of why it happened in the first place. And that's what I was pointing out. So, and, you know, as far as me saying something about her parenting, that was thrown in there again because of judging. Because when people used to come at her, Granny's watching, and all these people would talk about her kids, I stuck up for her. I 100% stuck up for her. Like, all kids are different. All kids think, you know, and I did. I stuck up for her. I had her back a lot. And it didn't matter. She still came at me or did a live about the whole CPS call, again, without knowing one lick of fucking history about it, or how it came to pass, or why it came to pass, without even fucking asking me, giving me the simple respect to just ask me, did you really do that? Why did you do that? Whatever. You know, there are people that came to me and asked me, and there are others that came to me and said, we're very disappointed, and, you know, I can't believe you did this. And then there were others that just left, and then there were others that stuck by me and understood and said, you know, fucking she deserved it. And I'm not saying she did, I'm just saying in general. So that, but those that respected me at least came to me and tried to talk to me. So to have somebody that I had her back so much and I was so fucking nice to her and fought with Granny's watching about her and all this shit for her. And then she does this whole live about it, not even knowing the history. Fuck you. That's where this came from last night. Now, I understand she did the live 2 months ago, but when I saw this video of her, it just came down to judgment. And now everybody judges everybody. When people just need to leave people the fuck alone. Betty, perfect example. Again, I don't like Betty, but just leave the woman the fuck alone. She's not bothering you. She's not doing anything to you. Don't fucking send stuff to the police. It'll catch up with her, just like it did in Tennessee. And I don't understand why people just have to judge Betty 24 fucking 7. You know, I hate to use her as an example because I can't fucking stand the bitch. But Tiffany Marie made a community post last night that I couldn't agree with more. And it said, hey, the whole fucking state of Florida and North Carolina have lost bodies, have lost homes, have lost tons. And the only thing these people are fucking worried about is going after Betty. And she's right. She's 100 fucking percent right about it. There's not enough shit going on in the world. The only thing you guys can raise money for is fucking Betty? Really? So I thought it was a good post by Tiffany. If you haven't read it, go check it out. That's basically what it said in a nutshell. So the other thing I want to bring up, and I know I'm rambling, I'm just trying to get this done quick, and I'll look at chat after, but I saw Unsupervised Maniacs made a post. And Unsupervised Maniacs made a post stating something that I don't know what community she comes from, but it's definitely not OG drama. She was saying how, and I didn't read the whole thing. It's very long. My ADD kicks in and it doesn't allow me to read that long of a post. But I skimmed through it. And one of the things that stuck out to me was she was saying how she doesn't know what happened to this community, and this community has, never drug shamed or something. I don't know what community she comes from, but we've always drug shamed. I hate to say it. And maybe nobody else is going to admit it, but I will. I've done it. The person she mods for has done it more than most. Savage, JJJ, have all gone after Bombshell for drugs, gone after MFW for drugs. I've done it. One Ton's done it. Most recently, everybody went after MGL for being on drugs. So let's not rewrite history here and get into this holier than thou, oh my God, when you weren't even here. And this is not anything against Unsupervised Maniacs. I like her and respect her. But let's stop the holier than thou, because the person you mod for has drug shamed more than most. And her friends have drug shamed more than most. And that's what we did. And I'm not blaming Savage or saying, oh my God, we've all fucking done it. There's not and let me also, before I make my next comment, I am not OG drama. OG drama is Savage. OG drama is One Ton. OG drama is people that were around before Chris Watts. Anyone that was after Chris Watts, which is the crew that I'm from, like Jones's crew would consider us OG drama, but we're not. Real OG drama is Savage. That's in this community. That's real OG drama. We weren't even privy to that. We didn't know anything about it. But to say that this community has not gone after people with drugs and blah, yes, they have. Very much so. So I don't know where this came from that, oh my God, just because we don't like Queen Bee or we don't like Betty, or we're gonna put on this holier than thou attitude that how dare they drug shame when it's been done since the fucking beginning of time. I don't even know when it stopped. I mean, if you go back to MGL a year ago, every single person was saying, oh my God, she's on pills, she's on drugs, she's on this. That was a year ago, before she left. So I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with this holier than thou, let's rewrite history. I don't know where it's coming from. Because, yeah, there's nothing going on now other than hypocrisy that hasn't gone on for years. It's the drama community. You have to cause drama. You have to find drama. And again, I'm sorry if nobody wants to say it, but I fucking will. And the hypocrisy is when people try to fake that drama or try to fake that they're holier than thou and that they would never do such a thing. And, oh my God, this is so bad. This is how it's always been. That's why it's a fucking drama community. And if you don't believe me, ask Savage. She'll tell you she was here long before I ever was, and they were doing some shady fucking shit prior to me ever coming on the scene. And I don't mean real life shit. I'm just saying drama shit. Channel shit. Going after somebody for drugs, accusing this one of this, accusing that one of that. Talking about their parenting. It's always been done. So, and again, let me say, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it is. And I don't know why people want to rewrite history or act like, oh my God, that never happened, or oh my God, what have we come to? Hypocrisy is what pisses me off. And other people, Corrie Chainsaw, she's OG drama. She's another one of OG drama. She was here long before I ever came into the picture. And every single person has called her a crackhead. They all ran around calling her a crackhead. I don't know what she was like before she came into the community, before I came in the community, but I never knew it was a crackhead. But that's what everyone referred to her as. Same people that you mod for unsupervised maniacs. It's like, hello. So I just, that's kind of the hypocrisy that some of us are sitting here. And again, maybe others don't have the balls to fucking say it, but I do. The hypocrisy is part of that, because you're sitting here modding for someone who did it worse than most and just did it a year ago while you were in this community with MGL, and you want to sit there and put out a post like you're holier than thou. And I'm sorry, I don't get it. Maybe you should learn the history of who you're close with before you put a judgment like that on everybody else because you don't like them. Now, I don't watch Queen Bee, rarely, so I don't know what she talked about. I don't know what Joneson talked about. I don't know what any of them talked about. So I can end up putting my foot in my mouth but really they have no business talking about anybody on drugs while they're fucking getting high on a stream. That goes for Savage too. Savage gets drunk on streams. She has no business talking about anybody on fucking drugs. So that's what I want to say. I hope I cleared shit up. I'm gonna attempt to look at chat. Cam and Allie, I already said them. But I don't regret going after Cam and Allie. I don't. I really, truly don't. From what I heard, they have gotten their shit together now. And I'm glad they got their shit together now. And I feel that I got the ball rolling over 2 years ago. And I'm happy for them. I'm happy they got their shit together. 100%. So I don't regret that. It is triggering for some. Hey, Zelda. Hey, Rhodey. Because it's making them rich. I'll agree with that too. Okay. But call me Frenchie. My point was, and you're right, Savage is OG Boyd, but then transferred over to OG Drama. I wasn't around then, so I may be wrong with who came from where, but I know they were all here before I was. They were all here before. We are like new crew OG Drama, because we're OG Drama to like Jones in and Queens B, but we're not OG Drama. We had no idea. Some of us, I know for me personally, and the crew that I came in with, we don't know jack shit about Truthfully Trisha or what went on, other than, One Ton took on Dr. Phil. But we don't know anything about it. Savage was around for that. I know Savage came from angry grandma or grandpa or something. I don't know. But my point isn't where someone came from. My point is that OG Drama, OG Boyd went after people's drug addictions all the time. And they also get high on stream. Now, again, some people think alcohol is so much better than drugs. It's not. It's the same shit. Addiction is addiction. It doesn't fucking matter what it is. Whether you're an alcoholic, Whether you're a drug addict, whether you're a pill popper, whether you're a heroin shooter, it doesn't matter. Addiction is addiction. Some people think, well, this one's better than that one. No, it's not. It's all the same. And the ones that people think are worse, they may be worse because you are not sucking dick for dope. But at the end of the day, you're still no better. And any addict will tell you that. It's something that, with my addiction, it took me a long time to learn that, oh, well, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I would never do that. That must mean I'm not an addict. That mentality kept me high for probably 20 more years than it should have. No joke. Just because I had the mentality of, well, I'm not that bad. I don't do shit like that. I don't even smoke it. That's not my thing. So that made me better than the dude down the road who was shooting cocaine in his arm. No. It took me 20 years after that to learn that addiction is addiction, and it doesn't fucking matter what the addiction is. Alcohol, pot, food, drugs, it doesn't matter. Addiction is addiction, period. Don't even get me started on that. I can go into a 10-year rant about it. Um, Millicent, I'm not sure what you mean, so I don't know. I don't know who you mean. But it's the judgment and the hypocrisy that I can't handle. And that was my point last night. My whole point last night was about stop the fucking hypocrisy. Stop the holier than thou. I'm better than you. I would never do this, so that makes me better. Blah, 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 blah. Because of the high, because at height, not high. Using high right now is wrong word because it got me confused. At the height of MFW Drama Live, most of the people in recovery sharing their stories, etc. So the retaliation was towards addiction from Randy and Captain Save-A-Bee. Yep. And they still do it. But that's what I'm saying. The drama community has always gone after drug addicts, has always used that as a fallback. Parenting has always been used as a I gotcha. And again, I'm not stating it's right. I'm not stating that, yeah, rah, rah, we did it so well. That's not what I'm saying at all. So I don't want anyone to mistake what I'm saying. It's not about me saying, well, going after drug addicts, that's the way to do it. No. What I'm saying is that it's always been like that. It's nothing new. It's not like, oh my God, they just started going after, and it's so, we've always done it. So I just need to make that clear for everybody. Because I see people like, oh, well, thank you, and blah, blah, blah. And these same people don't call out Granny's Watching, who's also done it. Everybody's fucking done it. But they only want to pick out certain creators that have done it. When it's being used to call someone out because they disliked or on a different side instead of from a place of concern, that's a problem. I agree with you. And that's another thing with Cam and Allie. I didn't call Cam and Allie for drama. I called them out because people came, like a Patreon, came to me and said, what do you think of this? Because this is like really triggering me. There's certain people I can't watch because I know they're high on cocaine. I can see it. And I can't watch them because of it. But I mean, people were calling out MGL recently, what, a year and a half ago? This ain't a caring community. I agree with that. 100% agree with that. It is a revengeful community. Frenchie, I couldn't agree more. That's why I don't know why people are so shocked when something happens. I don't know why people are so like, oh my God, how could you do that? Frenchie is right. It is a revengeful community and has been for a very long time. A very long time. I know, Moonflower. Nobody believed me that Queen Bee was making over 10K a month. Nobody believed me that a lot of things. And I turned out to be right on all of them. People don't want to listen. Okay. Eventually the truth comes out. The light is shown and they finally get it. And they're like, damn, we should have listened to her. That's why I get fucking discredited so easily. People come at me trying to discredit me all the time because I call them out. And I'm not afraid to call someone out. And I'm not afraid to say what I have to say. Someone has to. Someone's got to be the one. And I know it's not a popular opinion. And I'm surprised that more people don't want that. But I know I run a niche chat because people want to be placated. People don't want facts and the truth being told to them. Maybe I do go about it a wrong way sometimes. Maybe I am a little fucking hard around the edges. But you know what? More than not, I'm right. People are, it doesn't matter. Have you ever been an addict, Super Callie? You can be triggered. I can't watch someone on cocaine because exactly, you watch something else. And I agree with you. That's why I said I can't watch them. Yeah, I know you never liked her. I'm just stating in general though. One thing you have over most is, yeah, but people don't want that, True Texan. They'd rather spend money, so they'd rather pay money for someone to acknowledge their chat. And I'm not talking people when they have 2,000 people or 10,000 people, but I watch Max Velocity. I absolutely fucking love this man. He's this dorky little kid who made like $150,000 in the last 28 days just from the weather, which is like phenomenal. I couldn't even imagine. Anyway, and I can see him not reading his chat. He had 120,000 people in there. But you know what? He never missed the super chat. So if you want, I mean, he got some insane super chats, but I can see that in a way of, yes, I'm only going to read super chat. I have 120,000 people in here. He averages like 30 to 40,000 people. Yeah, I understand why he only reads super chats. But for the regular person with a couple hundred people, or even like a couple thousand people, there's no reason you can't watch your chat. News people or tornado chasers do it all the time. They're not the ones typing, obviously, because they're sitting there talking to you, but somebody is in their chat acknowledging every question. I've seen that multiple times. So you don't have to be the one to constantly acknowledge your chat, but have somebody in your chat that's always doing it. And they don't do that. But that's what a lot of people want, expect. I don't know. I don't know what you way to tell it. Oh, absolutely. Fun fact, BHB is interactive with the chat. I wouldn't know because I don't watch her. Because of the pure hate for one woman, it's outrageous. I agree with you. She's not going to go to jail. D-Life, but he is donating some of it, but he gained like 150,000 subscribers in 3 days. That's big, big money. I mean, you get like $3,000 for every 10,000 subscribers that you get on, like, if you get them really quick. So we're not talking like just super chats. I'm talking like ad revenue. He made like 100 and something thousand within a couple of days. I mean, his numbers are insane. As a matter of fact, I wonder what they are now that it's caught up. Hold on. Max. He's a good weather reporter, though. He really is. I don't think it's caught up yet. He added 217,000 subs in 28 days. 217,000 in a month. That's crazy. His estimated revenue for just ad revenue is 117,000 in just ad revenue for the last 28 days. That's fucking insane. His 7-day, he added 180,000 subs. Estimated revenue is $78,000 just in ad revenue. That does not include super chats that were flying left and right. But he's good. His name's Max Velocity. He's got a great voice. He's a dorky, like 22-year-old kid, 23-year-old kid who went to college for the weather. He was under Ryan Hall for a minute, and then I guess he started his own channel because I remember hearing Ryan Hall promote him. But he's got a very good radio voice, and he's just a dork. But yeah, he's making insane money. He said he was going to donate a lot of the super chats to charity because he just doesn't need all this money. So then people started donating more. But I think that's what Ryan Hall does. Ryan Hall donates if there's like a big hurricane and he gets tons of super chats, he will then donate all that to the victims of, the area, whatever. He does that most of the time because they make so much on ad revenue. They're not greedy. They, shit. If I made 100,000 in a month and then I got another 100,000 in super chat, yeah, because of the weather, I would donate 100K, no problem. So, but they're really, him and Ryan are both really great guys. But his channel is Max Velocity. And it's just good to listen to. But yeah, I've never seen someone gain that many subs that quickly. Um, did not say that you talk about your ex that was one? Huh? It is not the act of folks in your chat. It is you're on top of the topic of the chat. There is a delta. I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, I know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. There's a delta. Hey, Mozzarella, I haven't seen you in a long time. But yeah, if you look at our news, not a news channel, a weather channel, he's awesome. Is Max Velocity Laura's nephew? I wish he was my nephew. I'd be hitting him up for some cash. Regularly disappointed in what, Chainsaw? It is crazy times. I'm doing some farmers markets this weekend. Make some money. Uh, yes, Jeff Petrowski will give you a fucking heart attack while he's chasing storms. I've never really gotten anxious over watching someone. I thought he was going to get hit by a tree light or something. He really made you anxious. He was so hyped up. It was funny though. I was like, Amber, what you got me watching? He's like, and it's going to fall. And we're like, get out of there. Just move. He's like, look at this stuff. This is going to go right over the building. He's fucking crazy. Literally crazy. Funny as hell. But I don't even think he's got a partner. I think he's out there by himself. Crazy, crazy. I'm trying to think before we get I'm trying to think if there's anything else. La, 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 la. Oh, one more thing I want to say. When I am amped up, please take me with a grain of fucking salt. When I'm amped up or I'm pissed off, there are going to be things that come out of my mouth. I've been in this community like 6 fucking years already, 5 years. You'd think most people would know that already. You'd think most people would be like, oh, I should put a foot in the mouth again. I'm a New Yorker. I don't always sit down and think about what I'm going to say. That's what editing is for. That's exactly what editing is for. Editing is for when, you want to edit out stuff. I'm off the chain. I do nothing but get something in my mind, go live, done. That's it. And sometimes things are going to come out that are going to be taken wrong. And things are going to come out that probably shouldn't have said in the first place. But that's what you get with a no filter channel. I never claimed to be fucking perfect. That's what people don't seem to get. I never claim that I have not hurt people in the past. I have never fucking claimed that I am a do-gooder. I have never fucking claimed that I don't have a bad mouth. I've never claimed that I have a perfect voice. I've never claimed that I'm an angel. I've never claimed that I haven't gone low. I've never claimed that I haven't said things I regret. But one thing I can claim is that I own my shit. Unlike 99.9% of this motherfucking community. And people can't handle it. Oh, well, that's not my problem. That's their problem. You can't handle honesty? That's on you. That's not my problem. You're not going to fucking make it my problem. And for many, many years, they did try to make it my problem. Well, you're making it my fucking problem anymore. You don't want to like honesty? Oh, well. Sorry, don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to change it that way. If I fuck up, I'm the first one to tell you I fucked up. I make a mistake, I'll be the first one to tell you I made a mistake. And if you can't forgive me for it, oh well. I'm not going to cry to you. I'm not going to cry on panel. It is what it is. And that's another thing that ex-Patreons never understood. They thought I was being such an asshole. Not all of them. But some of them thought I was being such an asshole because I didn't kiss their ass when they left. Hey, Bushi, because I didn't kiss their ass when they left. You want to leave, leave. I'm not going to beg you to stay. If you want to come talk to me, we can talk. If you don't, you don't. Okay, and I'm not talking this last round. I'm talking in the beginning. But even this last round, I reached out to a few. They never got back to me. Okay, move on. I ain't got time for fucking kissing someone's ass. You want to reach out to me? You want to talk to me? I'm more than willing to talk. You don't? You don't. I wish you well. I've had that attitude from day one, and I mean it. And people don't like it. Hey, Heather, people don't like it. Oh, well, I'm sorry. It doesn't make me a bad person. Doesn't make me a mean person. Doesn't make me a horrible person. Doesn't warrant people talking about me 24 fucking 7, or Patreons who left 3 years ago who still can't shut the fuck up, or Patreons left 2 years ago, they can't shut the fuck up. I must have some fucking hold on you because I don't even talk about you and you can't shut the fuck up. If me and True Texan had a fight, you wouldn't see me in chats about him. Fucking weird. And then someone left me a comment today. I turned on Dirty Duty Ron. What? Why does everybody think that everyone has to like everybody? Make it make sense. There are creators I like. There are creators I don't like. I didn't turn on him. I didn't turn on anybody. I'm fucking entitled to like who I want without being a fucking sheep to this community. And everybody's got to be a fucking sheep. I have people in here who like Savage. I have people in here who like MGL. I have people in here who like Queen Bee. I have people in here who like Jonesin. I have people in here who like all the above. I have people in here who like none of the above. You know what? Not one of them is wrong for liking who the fuck they like. You'll never hear me fucking bash someone for liking who they like. Now, if you're a mod of mine and I see you in all these haters chats, yeah, that's another story. But just going somewhere, I don't give a fuck who you like. Like who you like. That goes for creators too. Creators are allowed to like who they like without subs being like, "Oh, you turned on them." I'm sorry. I don't follow the rules. I don't follow like a little fucking sheep. I was the first one to call out Chris McDouchebag. Everybody turned on me for that as well. Everyone said, "How dare I call him out? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about." Many people said that. I knew what the fuck I was talking about, and I was 100% right. I was the first one to call out his bullshit about Don and the girl, the sister, and he was filing this shit in Utah, whatever. I knew he was full of shit. I told him that motherfucking day he was full of shit. You know how many subs I lost that day? Probably like 200 for calling out what I knew was right, but I wasn't going to be a sheep. All these other people are fucking sheeps. And all these other people fucking had to be a sheep. And how dare I call them? Meanwhile, I was fucking 100% right. You think anybody apologized after? Hell no. Absolutely not. I said that too, Frenchie. Nobody is above anybody else. I said the exact same thing. Ah, thanks, Amber. But seriously though, I was shunned for that. I was shunned from Summer Wells community for fucking calling, what did I call out? I called out something. I think it was Cam and Alley. And I was totally shunned from the community for it. Meanwhile, I was 100% right. I lose subs until then people find out that I was right. Then it's like, oh man, she was right. But I never get an apology. I've never gotten a fucking apology on this platform, ever. People have come after me. They've come after my children. They've come after my parenting. They've come after my house. They've come after fucking every aspect of my motherfucking life. And guess what? I've never once gotten an apology. You know how many apologies I've given? Lots. That's why all these scumbags like, oh, she never owns anything. I fucking apologize all the time. And I have no problem apologizing. If I'm fucking wrong, I will apologize. And that's happens a lot. I'm not perfect. And I will own my shit. And yeah, there's a lot of times I'm wrong. And I'll apologize when I'm wrong. But there's a lot of times I'm right too. People need to put down their fucking bullshit and actually listen. They might actually get somewhere. They might actually see I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Crazy. Creek Squad. Here's another example to Texan. Excellent point, Creek Squad. I can't fucking stand Ryan's new music. He's got no melodies. It's horrible. But you know what? I'm not afraid to tell him. I'm not afraid to tell Kurt he needs more melodies. He needs more, bridges. He needs more symphony. Like, it needs to come together more. I'm not going to be a fucking sheep. I'll be like, oh my God, it's so awesome when it fucking sucks and it's never going to go anywhere. And if he would go back to what he was doing in the past and what got him the fame in the first place and start writing songs like that again, he'll fucking be on top of the world again. But he's not doing it and he doesn't want to listen. But I'm not afraid to tell him so. I'm not afraid to be like, dude, go back to roots. If he had a decent manager or a record label behind him, they would tell him that. Go back to roots. Go back to the way you wrote music 10 years ago. Right, using that structure of a song. Not words, his words have evolved, but that structure is what made him, put him on the map. He needs to go back to it. He had all the makings of fucking hit songs. But my point being, I could easily be like, oh my God, Kurt, that's so great. It was fucking horrible. And that's why it's not getting good views, because it's not good. And I'm not afraid to tell him that. I know I have to do uploads. Uploads just take so much time. That's the problem. You think I like every song? No, but I'm saying, like, if you go back to his old stuff, he knew how to write songs. He lost it somewhere. I don't know what he's doing, but he's getting worse and worse and worse. He's got the talent. I mean, that's the thing. He's got the talent. He's got the drive. He's got the push. He's got the balls. He just needs to do it. And that is a problem of a lot of bands. And every single record label will tell them, go back to basics. Go back to the way you used to write songs, the way that it put you on the map. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel because it's not working. It's going to keep spinning. Despite popular opinion that I'm a liar, I actually really was in the music business for many fucking years. Many years. So where this lie came from, oh, I don't know what I'm saying. Yes, I do. I really, honestly, true to heart do. I'm just not like Molly and don't take pictures with everybody. I never really thought about it. Like, one, I didn't think I was ever leaving the industry. And two, it's just not, I don't know, when you're in it, it's just not something you think about. You're not like, hey, let me get a picture. Let me get a picture. It's dorky. You're in the fucking business. But looking back, I should have. I mean, I joke around. I did fucking cocaine on the streets of Hollywood with the best of them, literally. And that's as a music industry exec. I'm not even talking like as a hooker or a dancer. Not that I was ever a hooker, but you know what I mean. I know someone's gonna run with that. Oh my God, she said she was a hooker. No, I was never a hooker. Create some different engagement. I know. Shorts and stuff, Frenchie. Because my thing is my ADD. There's so many fucking things I want to talk about. I want to talk about influencers. I want to talk about multimedia, multi-level marketing companies. I want to talk about pop culture stuff. But then on the flip side, I want to talk about true crime and I want to talk about drama and I want to talk about drama and true crime. I don't know which way I want to go. I want like I want to talk about 15 different topics. And I want to talk about life and food and vlogging and, cancer. And I don't know. I can't have 25 fucking channels. But that's why my ADD kicks in, because there's so many things I want to talk about. I don't want to be pigeonholed into one topic, because I think I offer much more than just being pigeonholed into one topic. Does that make sense? But you can't, because kind of like a career, you have to have a direction. You can't, you can't be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You have to concentrate on what's best, what works best. I don't know. There's a million different things I like. So that's where my, problem lies. Good channel offers more than just one topic. True. But I mean, how do you go from, let's say, Wade Wilson to the cookie crumble saga? You know what I mean? I don't know. But oh, I want to warn you guys. Just here's a warning. I have noticed an influx of a lot of true crime channels that are using fake stories and putting them off as true crime. If they're using it, I figured this out though. If they're using an AI voice and they're not showing actual not pictures, they're showing you the same couple of pictures over and over, it's a fake story. This 600,000 person creator that I, was talking to the other day, that I was excited that she even answered me, her issue was that people are stealing her script, her transcript, uploading it to AI, and then putting that out under an AI voice. And I told her, that's how we started talking. She put a community post about it, which is fucking horrible. Absolutely horrible. I couldn't even imagine doing that. I mean, these big creators, I mean, I know her and her husband. She spends a lot of fucking work. She spends a lot of fucking time researching and, talking to people and doing the right story. And her husband, now husband, does all her graphics and her background. They just had a baby. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Kimberly. She's great. I love her. But people were stealing her script and they were fucking like uploading it. And I said to her, I bet they were using AI voices because I've seen an influx of it. She said, yeah, they were. And that's sad. That's really fucking sad. But I've noticed an influx of fake stories going around from these true crime channels. So just keep an eye on that. These AI voices, keep an eye on, because it may be a fake story or they're stealing a big creative script. She said it's happened to her. It's happened to 10 to Life. It's happened to. That's fucked up. And these guys are getting like massive, I don't know if they're guys, but getting massive fucking views like instantly. One guy that stole her script. I looked at the channel before she got it taken down, and he had 45,000 subscribers since he started his channel, like June, I think it was. Thank God she got him taken down, but that's crazy. So just keep an eye out for that, because it's happening. I've come across a couple of channels that I was like, this isn't even a fucking real story. It's got a good title, but it's the same couple of pictures over and over. And then when you go to look up the story, it's fake. So just keep that in mind. And when all else fails, watch Rotten Mango. She's great. But Kimberly is also really good. I know a couple of you guys listen to her, but she's really good. So, and that's it. That's what I got for you. Almost an hour. Did chat stop working, or you guys just stopped talking? Because I don't see chat moving. All right. So I guess I'm gonna get off. I gotta get some wax melts ready for tomorrow. as I have to do a farmer's market, which is always fun. I think I'm gonna do one all weekend. So, but don't forget, you guys can order your candles at energycandles.com or energycandlestudio.com. Prices are low for now. I'm probably going to keep them low until the end of the year. So make sure that you guys order your candles. I'm going to have all the food and drink candles because my mom's yelling at me to get them on the damn website. And that's it. So for a limited time, from now until the end of the year, you can get a coupon for 10% off. Plus, prices are lower. And I'm starting to do more with wax melts only because they're so much fun to make. And I have like so many fucking molds. I mean, I thought I was a scent hoe. No, I'm a mold hoe. Like, I have a mold for everything. I probably have 200 molds here. No joke. Like, I'm not kidding. So I've been doing more stuff with that. And I'm going to run some more specials. I mean, we're coming towards the end of the year. We're like 75 days away from Christmas, which is fucking crazy. And like I said, I'm doing more stuff with wax melts, still doing candles, obviously. But I don't know, my creative side is coming out more, and I just want to do more with wax melts. Probably because they're easy to carry around and stuff. And like, I went to a fair the other last week with my girlfriend and her grandson, and I was just walking around handing out wax melts. I'm like, hey, would you like a free wax melt? Would you like a free wax melt? I got a couple sales out of it, not as many as I wanted, but they were fucking melting. I said, I'm sorry, some of them are melting. But I took, some of my best scents. And at first I was nervous. And I was telling Katie, I'm like, Katie, what happened to me? I used to be able to fucking sell snow to an Eskimo. Now I just suck. I'm insecure. I can't do it. She's like, yes, you can. I said, no, I can't. She's like, Laura, you're like such a great salesman. I said, I suck now. I have no security. I feel like shit. I can't do it. She's like, yes, you can. And then I just channeled my inner dad who walked me through it. And then I just said, all right, I'm going for it. And once you made the first one, the rest is easy. But you should have seen me walking around like fucking 90 degrees. I'm like, hey, you want some free wax melts? You want some free wax melts? I just did it to everybody. I think I gave away like 50 wax melts. So, but that's it. Um, I don't know. I might be on tonight. Dayton's got a game. So if I can get everything done, I've been playing this game uh on Steam, this killer game. But I don't want to I want to play one time through first before I play it on Kick. But I'm probably going to run it on Kick. It's this movie like it's fucking phenomenal. I've jumped like 10 times. It's literally scary, but I want to get used to everything and do one time through before I play it for you guys, but it's really good. It's called Until Dawn. So if you want to check it out, yeah, I'm playing it. It's fucking crazy. I can't believe how many times I've jumped. So that's it. All right. So I'm getting back to that and my wax melts and I got to let poopies in. So I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Don't forget, order your candles, energycandles.com. Again, in conclusion, Brittany J or anybody else, my only point was not about you being high or not being high. My point was stop judging other people. And people need to stop using God to judge other people. Because, like, I get bashed on for being an atheist, agnostic, whatever. When I see so many people who believe in God and spread the word and blah, 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 and they're all fake. They're all fake fucking people. That was my point last night. So I hope that cleared it up for everyone. And hey, Kaz, but I hope that cleared it up and made it easier for everyone to understand what I was talking about, that I really wasn't bashing anyone. And just stop the hypocrisy around here. That's all I'm asking. Just quit the fucking hypocrisy. All right? All right, guys. I will see you maybe tonight, maybe, but definitely tomorrow. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Peace.